The other day, my friend calls me up and says, my friend is trying to convince me to buy Doge in 2 weeks because it will be low and then eventually it will go up. And I had to talk him out of it. His friend is a finance major. He now wants to buy Enron coin. Here's what I've learned. You can't do this. Here's what happens. Here's what you put upon yourself. If you talk your friend out of buying Dogecoin in 2 weeks and it goes down, they'll give you no credit. They didn't buy it. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. If it goes up, they'll fucking hate you. They will fucking hate you. They'll talk oh my God, you cook yourself. You can't, when it comes to like this, you can only make jokes. If you try to give sincere advice, based on risk return and based on the fact that it's fucking Dogecoin, it has no value. Nobody cares. They just fucking, they see line goes up. But I do think there's one part of your message that stands out to me that I want to bring up. And that is this part. This is like the extent of most people's thesis on investing, which is that it's down, it will eventually go up. And I know that has worked recently. There's a bit of recency bias. People have the idea that everything that ever dips will always go up. And that is, of course, not true. Of course, historically been punished infinite times. But in recent years, because of our, massive deficit, massive money printing, it's been true. And so people just assume that it will always be true, which of course is, picking up pennies in front of a steamroller. Eventually you're going to get fucking flattened. Newton's fourth law of physics. What comes down must come up. Newton is a great example. Is Newton the one I'm thinking of? I think it's Newton. Newton famously, very smart guy, invested in the Dutch South Sea bubble and made a good amount of money. It rises. I don't have the chart in front of me, but it'll look something like this. Newton, I'm very smart. I'm Newton. I'm blah, 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 blah. And I will, give me a thicker line. And it's going up, and he's like, he buys here, he sells here. Holy shit, profit. But then it kept going up, and all his friends bought in like right here. All his friends buy in right here, and they keep talking about how much money they're making. It keeps going up, up, up. Finally, Newton, stressed to death, goes up here, buys the fucking peak. It collapses, and Newton dies penniless. Fucking one of the smartest men in history. FOMO gets everybody, bro. FOMO gets everybody. So be careful. When you're buying a stock or a crypto or, God forbid, anything else, based on the ideas of FOMO, because someone else around you is making money, crypto's the worst example of this. Just understand that history has many, many, many examples of people just like you who have been completely fucked over. The cackle after died penniless. Well, you don't understand how old I am. I know Newton personally, and I fucking hated that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. He always talked about motion, but he had no motion. I went to the clubs with Newton, and he scared all the hoes away, and it fucking ruined our night. He had no motion. But he would always be like, oh, I got all these laws. He was a fucking rambler. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I'm fucking pissed at him. And, of course, I want him to see him finally get his fucking comeuppance. Atrioc, still feeling so good about Milei? Of course not. Let's talk about Milei. Javier Milei, the chainsaw-wielding man with the best hair. I've never seen a fucking good photo of this guy. Anyway, that's the surprised look on his face when people don't like that he rug pulled people in another presidential crypto scheme. God damn it. There was a Libra token that he promoted on his Twitter. Now, I'll give you his side of events. Somebody approached him, said he's running an Argentinian business, said this crypto stuff works and it's good for the future and good for investment in Argentina. And if you promote it on your Twitter channel, it'll be good for all of us. But what it was a fucking crypto rug pull. And it was such a massive rug pull because of this guy's pretty big audience You know, I think it hit 4 billion market cap at the peak, and then rug pulled to nothing. Yeah, he basically got Hawk 2'd. Let me see if I can find the chart. Libra chart. What we should watch is the CoffeeZilla video, actually, because I think he's going to give a good... I googled Libra chart, and it's all fucking... It's all, like, horoscopes. Astrology chart reading for Kamala Harris. Did it predict she would win? Did it predict she would win? Kamala Harris's rising sign is trendy Gemini. Kamala is Brad. Damn, how did she not fucking win with it? I don't understand. Javier, Milei, Libra. I'm trying to find a chart of Libra. Anyway, he's facing a fraud probe, okay? He's denying wrongdoing, basically saying, I didn't know. And it's possible he didn't know. I don't know how much him or someone like Trump actually knows about crypto or knows what's happening. But that, to me, is not an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the office of the president, at least used to mean something and would require a real level of care around this kind of thing. And this is a massive level rug pull. And to me, it's so disappointing. I just find it to be really, there's no good. You can't even make an argument that it was for some kind of cause. It's just scamming people for personal wealth. Those who entered there voluntarily knew what they were getting into. As volatility traders, they understood the risk involved. Yeah. It's like in a different era, it's just classical fraud. Everyone knows it's fraud, doesn't make it better. Do people even pretend it's for something good anymore? I think this one was supposed to be for like supporting Argentinian businesses, but obviously it didn't do anything. It collapsed immediately. And just to be clear, I want everyone to understand. I feel like when we talk about crypto, people kind of don't, it's not complicated. It's like I make a fictional token called Brandon Bucks, and I own 80% of it. Okay? And then I use my popularity and my platform and my hype to make people think that this is going to go to the moon. That's basically it. And of course, a lot of people are attracted because they've seen someone else get rich off crypto. So they buy Brandon Bucks. And then as the value goes up, I dump my 80% holdings. Like, some people who buy right here may make money, but most people will lose money, and I'm almost guaranteed to make money. So it's almost like I'm running like a scam lottery where I take a huge cut of the winnings. And like I pay out some to some people and most people lose. There's nothing deeper than that. And so doing it is like, I think, a black mark on yourself morally. I don't buy into the idea that like, hey, they know the risks, whatever. I'm scamming other people that want to scam people. Like, it's not a good way to make your fortune. Except for Brandon Bucks, which are real and are awesome. So I'll say I'm disappointed. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. But I'll follow the trial. They're doing an anti-corruption probe. Obviously got people up in arms. It's the first thing I've seen where it's got like a lot of people just like up in arms because a lot of people lost money. Yeah. Who buys your 80%? The people that are buying it, that are buying it. So when you limit the supply, when you hold 80% back and only do 20%, it makes it easier for the price to rocket up because you've created artificial scarcity. There's fewer tokens and everyone is bidding because you've created like this FOMO, this rush. So it makes the price go up really high. As that price is reaching a frenzy and everyone's buying in, that's when you're dumping your 80% onto the market. It's a stacked deck where you almost guarantee, because you're inventing something that you own. It has no value and you're making it up. And so you get to, You got your 8%. Yeah, you got it for free, essentially free. Yeah, you just created it. You invented it. So it's not a cool thing to do, is what I'm trying to say. Trump coin's not a cool thing to do. Melania coin's not a cool thing to do. Libra coin's not a cool thing to do. Anyone, any celebrity at all who's ever done a crypto scheme, except for me in 3 years when I want to go on vacation. Every one of them is a scam. It's a scam, dude. What's insane, and I think Dave Portnoy revealed this by leaking some DMs, is that a really common scam nowadays is that a crypto pumper will offer to set up the whole thing for you. They'll pay you a huge upfront fee, and they will give you plausible deniability that you got hacked. They will say, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to post on your account. We're going to push it. We're going to make a quick rug pull, and then we're going to let you say you got hacked. And like Dave Portnoy leaked his DMs where they were offering him this. They were like, hey, we're going to pretend hack you, pay you a bunch of money. That way your reputation isn't ruined, but we all make money. And that calls into question a bunch of recent hackings. Like for example, the Breaking Bad star, Hank. What was that? What's his fucking real name? I always forget. Dean Norris. There's a very real chance Dean Norris took a big payout to fake being hacked. And to make it quick, it's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up. How much worse would you consider these people compared to people who put gambling? What an interesting scale. What an interesting scale. I would say significantly worse. Because here's the thing. I think that crypto rug pulling, if you really actually look into the like securities laws we have on the books, is illegal. It's like when Uber was paying people less than minimum wage, and it was because it was new, and they were like, it's different, it doesn't count. But it's like sometimes tech will come along and do the exact same thing that has been normal for a long time, but they'll just not follow the law because it's new, and everyone just goes with it, and then they get big enough to, you know what I'm saying? This happens a lot. Crypto is just that. Crypto is just securities fraud at scale, really. It's not like special. And so I think crypto rug pulls are way worse. Gambling, whether you agree with it's legal or not, it is legal. And major sports leagues are promoting it nonstop. So it's hard to tell a creator. I don't do this. I don't take the fucking sponsorships I get offered, but I really don't feel a deep anger. If Jimmy High Roller takes a DraftKings sponsorship, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna wag my finger at him while he's watching the NBA and seeing fucking Kevin Hart every night do draft. It doesn't it feels, what's the point? So I don't, I'm not a big judger, but in this case, also I find there to be a big difference between a private citizen, like the kid doing thanks for the 20 bandos, and a president. What annoys me so much about presidential rug pulls, Trump coin, Libra, is that the office of the presidency is like millions of people of your country have endowed you with some authority, some power, some reputation. They believe in you. And it's like, it shouldn't be an opportunity to have eyes turned to dollar signs and grift. It's like, it should be an opportunity to think, wow, we don't live very long on this earth. I've been given an extremely rare opportunity to make people's lives better. And I don't feel that. I don't feel that from, I feel that like it's like a fuck you got mine. How is this different from subbing to you to avoid ads? I don't even know where to begin with this question. How is a voluntary transaction where you subscribe to me to avoid ads the same as a fucking crypto rug pull scam? How is that? Caught? No, guys, I was hacked to add the subscribe button. Dan Clancy hacked me to add the sub button.